What's going on, everyone? This is Alex KGB. So today I'm gonna tell you about the rogue build that is the best one for leveling up fast. It is sort of a glass cannon build, so I will tell you what you want to get in order to be safe with that build. This build is mainly focused on Flurry, and the main item that you want to have is an imprinted Flurry with damage that does now damage in the circle around you. It doesn't really matter for the extra percentage because the whole idea of Flurry is an actual circle damage instead of regular damage. With that, you want to pick up a special skill to make it work. So you actually want to have Flurry as your main skill, and as your skill that supports that, you want to have Shadow Imbuement. So the Shadow Imbuement will make everyone vulnerable, everyone explode. So you will have a very easy time clearing out waves of enemies. Now, where do you get the imprint that you want? You can go to the Forsaken Quarry. That is where you will have the imprint for Flurry. Now, with that imprint on, you are able to start clearing out waves and waves of enemies. If you're on the early level and you are struggling to get a special items, special sword to actually imprint that, you can go to Yelesna, and over here in Yelesna you'll have a NPC asking to find further. The husband of the NPC, there will be a quest here. So you can take that quest, and the further will be somewhere here. So then you will kill the succubus that was torturing further, and you will be given a special magic knife for that quest. You can take that knife if you're an early level, like even level 10, clear out the Forsaken Quarry. You will have a knife imprinted with Flurry that will do circle damage around you with additional 80%. So this is the core imprint you want for this build. On top of that imprint, you definitely want to take Shadow Imbuement for exploding enemies. Now, this is a glass cannon build, so you will be having hard time with bosses. You will be clearing out waves and waves of minions really fast, and I will show you how that works. But with bosses, you will be an easy target for one hit, one kill. So, in order to avoid that, you have to pick up a couple of items. The first item you want to have on top of your build is Vigorous Protective Amulet, or any other item that actually gives you an immune. That is a must. Otherwise, you will die too often with this build because it is a glass cannon. Well, once you have that, you also really want to have a barrier. So a barrier is an absolute must for rogue in general, but this will allow you to, when you fight elites, to have initial HP, a protection where you will not be instantly killed with any sort of explosion or any like a special skill. So barrier is going to be very helpful. So you definitely want to pick a barrier, and you definitely want to have the immune bubble. So those two are must, right, with that build. Then you also want to have Flurry that does circular damage, and on top of that you want to put Shadow Imbuement. I do recommend to get Poison Trap, that because it does tons of damage and it is stunning enemies. It's really helpful on clearing out waves of minions, bosses, and with Death Trap you can place Poison Trap, put a Death Trap on top of it, bring everyone in the center of the Poison Trap, and like kind of enhance your damage greatly. Alright, so let me show you this build in action. Well, you can see with basic attacks, I have my combo points building up. You want to do 3 basic attacks. So once you're done with 3 basic attack, you want to do Flurry for the actual extra damage. Okay, so here's I have protection. Getting.
I'm not ready yet.
I left a poisonous trap. You can see them just exploding here.
I need more time.
Ultimate. You're gonna get stunned in a second. Alright, here we go.
I need more time. I need more time.
Alright, immune.
I need more time.
Okay. We are done.
You will never harm another soul.
We're done with the boss. Let me claim this castle, and I will show you this build, but outside of boss. You could see that, you know, there was some action happening with this build. Now, one of the good places to farm was that build would be actually next to Yelesna, and we will go and do goals in this lake area. Alright, let's start with some bats. So I'm gonna do Shadow Imbuement. They all Shadow Immune, they just explode. That's it. In a second. And I still have one more Shadow Imbuement active. So let's see if we get some other mass minions to show up. Alright, goals. So pretty much gonna be a very similar story here. Goals are gone. So you can see how this build, even though it's lacking on bosses damage, is really, really easy to level up with. Right, more goals, and also, you know, you got the poison trap. Poison trap does a lot of damage, so let's clear those out. In terms of bosses, I mean, you can get another skill that does damage, so you can go with some additional damage skill here. So maybe instead of one of your like shadow step, you can put in rapid fire, but it's up to you. I prefer just to switch up, so if I need to use another skill to clear out the boss, I just go and do hometown, switch up the skills to clearing out bosses, and go clear out bosses. But only if you're having trouble doing that. If you don't, just, you know, keep on doing what you're doing. Alright, the wave here. Alright, that was ultimate. So if you want to clear out with ultimate, you can do that.
I need more time. I need more time.
Alright, so hopefully you enjoyed this build. This was Alex KGB. Thanks for watching and bye bye.